In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka this is another episode of Freaky Friday, and definitely this Friday is freaky, like I always promise you. Before I get in, let me do my little housekeeping. This book right here, Shades of Blue. We're supposed to be on audio today, but for some reason, we're having a little snag getting it done. But trust and believe is coming, is there, and they're just setting everything up. I'm so excited because I already heard like half the book on audio, and I was like, wow, it's so better on audio. And it's good, you know. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for the rest of it to come out. Anyway, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. Great stocking stuffer. Get this, a Black Friday sale special. Amazon.com all over. It's a good book to have, okay? And if you go to Kita Life Publishing and they send you a book, I autograph it and they send it out to you. So you have a autograph book. Okay. And I also want to mention Molly Moss, my super producer. He produces a lot of things. And he also produces Molly Moss, the Moss Ball. Yes. It's good for the body. It's good. That's what I'm saying. The lemonade, the concentrated form, and the smoothies. Definitely. So today's show, we're talking about the history of sex, but not just sex, but we're going to talk about oral sex, like what's going on with the mouth and all the oral vernacular, you know. And I did a lot of research on that. That's the topic of this today's show. Where did oral sex come from? Like, how did that happen? But I got some answers for you guys. But before I talk and get into that, I want to talk about something that is in current news and update, and that I feel that it's funny to me and it tickles me. Biden has a meeting with China, right? President of China, you know, okay. After the meeting, it was like, okay, China's not going to send no more fentanyl through lace products, no more drugs. And I was like, really? And now China's talking about giving us back 3 more pandas. And I'm like, America get excited about the wrong things. About I'm just like, what kind of peace treaty is we doing? What is America giving up for all of this peace and stuff going on? Because it's always a give and take, give and take. I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't trust it, y'all. I don't trust it. All of a sudden, oh, we're not going to send no more fentanyl laced drugs through America. When I found out, me doing a little snooping and everything, allegedly, all the fentanyl is coming from Mexico. That's what the word on the street is. Stuff from Mexico. So go figure. See, I'm not into that. The only time I use drugs is when the doctor prescribed it or give it to me. I'm about to have surgery. But the street pharmaceutical, I'm sorry, I just, other than weed, because I don't smoke weed because I can't because of my lungs, but I do smell it. And I may get contact high. I may try to, smell it through the nose because my lungs not strong enough to take a puff and hold it. So, not that I've tried it or anything like that, but I just, it's just not. I can't even stand the smell of cigarette smoke. Those actual chemicals of cigarette smoke would cut my breath. Weed, weed remind me of incense. They got different smelling kinds or whatever. Some weeds stink. And I was told that's called skunk weed. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but that sounds smell like they need to throw that stuff away. But hey, it is what it is, right? We got some videos set up. So as soon as Molly come in and help set the video up, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. I got a first short to show about the statue. Like I said, the topic today is Freaky Friday, oral sex. Where did it come from? And according to my research and background doing my reading, it comes from the Roman, Greek, and the ancient Egyptian. So ancient Roman, ancient Greek, and ancient Egypt. Europeans started that stuff, that good old stuff. And I'm like, wow. So it was very interesting. Oop. We got let me see. Hey Kiani.
How you doing? Good morning, everybody.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good this morning.
Okay, good.
How you doing? We talking about Freaky Friday. We talking about how freaky is your Friday? Where did the oral sex come from, Kiani?
Good God. I don't know what to say. It didn't start this morning, but it is time to bring out something.
Now, everybody said, "But what is oral sex?" I'm going to tell you. This is what classifies oral sex. When you use your mouth, they said there's 3 areas, right? Sensitive areas. If you put your mouth on the bottom, on the anal cavity, you put your mouth on the penile, the follicle, the man follicle. If you put your mouth on the woman vagina or the vulva, on the woman coochie, what they call it, spitting on the cabbage. I did not know women's vaginas was called cabbage. I told you I was doing all kinds of research. I was like, what? And then where porn come from, and then how all the French started the word pussy, because doing these burlesque shows, the lady would say, "You want to see my little pussy?" And she'll lift her dress up, and there was a little kitten down there. So that's where that French stuff came from. There's a lot of French freakiness coming, a lot of European stuff come freakiness, But I was doing extensive research for y'all. Woo! A lot of stuff I found in the cover. If you ask me a question, I think I got the answer for you now. But so oral sex comes from giving sexual pleasure with your mouth. But just like the vagina and the anus and the penis, it could get infected as well. You could cause infections, and you could give infections through your mouth. Did you know that, Kiani?
Yes, that's why it's good to brush your teeth with peroxide and baking soda.
Not only that, but if you got an infection in your mouth, you still can pass it. Baking
I
soda,
I know that.
peroxide.
I know that. I'm just saying though, every day you supposed to, supposed to help yourself out too. But yeah, it's pretty serious. You're right. You can get the cooties inside your mouth.
And let me tell you why DJ Khaled would never eat no coochie, because DJ Khaled is Muslim, right? And that they say that your mouth has to be clean to praise Allah. You got to have a clean mouth to praise God, and you can't go down there on no woman and then praising God in that same mouth. Now I get that, no problem with that, but that shouldn't that go for the woman too? So she shouldn't be giving no, she shouldn't be sucking on no tally knack, because she got to use her mouth to praise God too, right?
I didn't know DJ Khaled was Muslim. I didn't know that.
Neither did I until I'm doing a lot of research. Like I said, I'm like, oh, this is why Khaled never eat no coochie. But like I said, the stuff that I unfolded blew my mind. My little mind. Oh, I've been up all night long doing all kinds of reading and research from this to that, from this to that. That lead to this and this lead to that. I ain't getting enough sleep, so I'm letting everybody know right now. I didn't get enough sleep, but Molly is ready for the first video. We're gonna get the first video on. Check this out, y'all.
In Germany, on the walls of Cologne City Hall, hidden under a large statue of Archbishop Conrad von Hochstaden, is a 600-year-old carving of a man giving oral sex to himself. It is said that the statue dates to around 1410, and no one really knows why it's there. Just incredible. Did you know? In Germany, on the walls of Cologne City Hall, hidden under a large statue of Archbishop Conrad von Hochstaden, is a 600-year-old carving of a man giving oral sex to himself. It is said that the statue dates to around 1410, and no one really knows why it's there. Just
Did you 600-year-old statue? And they don't know why they got that statue up there.
Somebody knows. Somebody know. Somebody old and Caucasian really knows what's going on.
This
I
is
mean,
Germany. And
yeah.
they have it preserved for all the city to see. It's just like, huh?
Yeah, somebody was double jointed on what you want to call that, but I mean, when you say self pleasure, that's what that really means. But I mean, I don't know what to say about it.
But they wasn't doing nothing clean, was there? I guess he was like, I ain't gonna wait on no man, woman, or animal to please me. But
It's like a dangerous position. I mean, to do that, man, eat your head. That's it. I mean,
what in the world did I just come into?
That statue. We talking about the origin of oral sex, and we traced it back. My vast research, we traced it back to ancient Egypt, Greek, and Rome. Those three, the Europeans. I guess that's why they call European, because you are peeing on some stuff. When you, it's just like, oh, I covered a lot of stuff. Oh, torture.
You said Greek, Rome, and who else?
Ancient Egypt.
Egypt, yeah. If you look at the hieroglyphics and stuff, they're very sensual.
And
some
look
of
at
them. So.
this statue in Germany. That's what you came in on. You saw that statue, a 600-year-old statue, of a man sucking his own thing. They have a statue in the, woo, good old Germany. Von Vogelsnopf, Mazel Tov, and Von Schnitzel, or whatever. Strudel is not true. What is it?
It's not true.
Jeremy, the Bratwurst, the one of you like the bangers, the beers and the bangers and the Bratwurst and the knockwurst and the sausages, So. Oh, good morning, Phoenix. How are you today, darling?
Good morning.
Good. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kiani. Hey, Molly. And Kimberly
Good morning,
Brown is
Marley.
in here. She said, "Good morning, everyone."
Oh wow. So y'all, today's show is dedicated to the origin of oral sex, where it came from, why we started doing it. And it's very interesting for the ancient Egypt standpoint. You know, they have a multi-faceted set of deities. So in ancient Egypt, one of the gods was like dismembered, and then one of the goddess put the god back together, and she had to blow life into him, and that's where the blowing of the man coming at, but
Mm-hmm.
that's they call that fellatio. I don't know why they call it fellatio, but they do. But I got even better videos, the 3-part series, y'all. But they're only 3 minutes. They're only like a couple of minutes, right? So, and there's 3 different parts we can get to it and break down, because we're going to dissect each video that we see. I found it the best informal one, and guess what, is by AI. AI found it for me. Me and AI was up all night long.
Mm-hmm.
But check the video out, y'all. You ain't got to watch it, but listen to what it's saying, because I'm gonna ask questions afterwards. Hit it, Molly.
Hello everyone. This is Kai5, and thank you for joining me in this video. This video is the first part of a 3-part video series. The world has seen many Hollywood films such as Troy and 300, which showcase how awesome the ancient Greek warriors were. These warriors would cut down enemies and would become mythological legends. But did you know that they had a not so hidden freaky, kinky side to complement their bravery? In ancient Greece, sexuality was everywhere and not really considered as a taboo. From murals to pottery, you could find pornographic images just about everywhere. The ancient Greek view on sex was much different from our own today. Some of their practices are so wild that many of us would not imagine them in our wildest dreams. To say the least, the ancient Greeks were very open-minded people. That being said, let me list out some practices from the ancient Greek civilization that would blow your mind away. Number 1. Bizarre methods of contraception. Modern medical science has made birth control techniques and pregnancy more hygienic and safer than ever. In ancient Greece, however, couples sought to limit family size through bizarre superstitions. One popular method was having the female partner sneeze and drink something cold after having sex. Another method involved a woman attempting to block her cervix with a block of wood during intercourse. Somehow, the Greeks believed such methods actually worked. One surprisingly effective method the Greeks used was consuming large amounts of dates and pomegranates before and after sexual intercourse. And would you believe it, modern studies have shown that dates and pomegranates do in fact decrease fertility. And to top it all off, here are some contraceptive instructions from the physician Cyrannus. Hold the woman's breath, draw her body back a little so the semen cannot penetrate into the uteri, then immediately get up and sit down with bent knees, and this position provokes sneezes. Number 2. Public masturbation was common. Currently, practicing masturbation in public is considered a criminal offense in many countries and is best left to the privacy of your own home. The Greeks, however, had a different perspective. The infamous philosopher Diogenes, who is also regarded as the founder of Cynicism, was known to frequently masturbate publicly. It is said that he used to live in a barrel and was called a dog by many of his critics. When someone finally scolded him for his habit of public relief, Diogenes responded, "If only it were so easy to soothe hunger by rubbing an empty belly." Aristophanes' famous comedy Lysistrata talks of women withholding sex from men in order to stop war, and the Spartans are mocked for their enthusiastic engagement in self-pleasure. Number 3. Kissing women was frowned upon. Now, given the fact that the ancient Greeks had some outlandish practices, you may wonder why the seemingly normal practice of kissing was considered weird. Kissing as a form of greeting was considered normal, even when greeting someone who you had just met. Many men would greet their peers with a kiss on the hand, or a kiss on the cheek, or even a kiss on the lips prior to important business meetings. Can you imagine today's politicians and businessmen swapping the traditional handshake with a quick kiss on the lips? However, today's common romantic gesture of kissing your wife was considered by the ancient Greeks as a sign of weakness for a man. The famous Athenian general Pericles was criticized for frequently kissing his wife on the lips in public. This was primarily because a kiss signified equality between two parties, and women in Greek culture were not taken to be equal to men. Watching Pericles kiss his wife could have also given the impression that he was under the control of his wife, that is, he was a weak man. Anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you had a good time. Please smash that like button and subscribe.
Now, we learned a lot right there, especially from the Greek, the ancient Greek. Now, it was okay to kiss a man on the lips.
That was just get ready to say that because they were sleeping with him too. He got a nerve to talk about something. It shows weakness. They was, man, they made what they call them. Damn, can't even think. They were off the chain. Ain't got a nerve talking about some kissing your woman. They would barely sleep with their women unless it had something to do with trying to have babies or whatever. And the ones that really did care for their wife, they did try to make it seem like they were punks or they were weak because they actually cared for their women. But the love and care that they gave to the other men was very questionable. In fact, it wasn't even questionable. These niggas was gay. Okay. And
what say you know, I know, right, Louise? I'm sorry, Louise. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask Kiani what he think, but go ahead, finish your thought, and we can ask Kiani together.
No, I'm done. That's all I had to say. They were gay, and they had the nerve to try to make it seem like a man was weak for caring for his wife, when the fact of the matter is they really didn't give too much care to women. They didn't have any say, so that's why they treated them like that.
This is Greek and this Rome and Egyptian, because we know black men love some black women. But Kiani, what say you about all this stuff, Kiani? Because they would kiss you on the lips, Kiani. They ain't gonna kiss me and Weezy. They might mush us in the face and say, "Get away from here."
Well, see that yes, they was having sex in front of the churches. They was kissing each other. They was doing all the fornication, crazy stuff back then. They was doing it. So that's really why they got destroyed. But yes, Alexander the Great was talking about how the Ethiopian and the African women, which of course Ethiopian Africa again, he was saying how they had lions and tigers and elephants, and that they were so beautiful and so strong and powerful that he had to eat with them and sleep with them and be friends with them. And yes, it was a whole bunch of gay stuff going on, like she was saying. It was kissing, everything, feet touching, two grown men, and it started with the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? So they taught the minorities of that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So Mother's Day and Father's Day came because the Europeans used to beat their mothers and hurt them, but us minorities always had tribal life where we eat together, sleep together, hunt together, cook together. So we basically taught the Europeans about Mother's Day, how you supposed to take care of your mothers and fathers. So,
now,
but back to
I know Kiani's joking and right with y'all about how Mother's Day and Father's Day came about. That didn't even start that like that, Kiani.
Yes, it did. Yes, and all. Listen.
From the Catholic religion, it's Mother
You think
Superior,
it is?
and Father,
yes.
They was honoring the father of the church.
I mean, yes, sort of, but the Europeans would beat their parents up. The Europeans, it's stories and books that them beating up their parents and stuff. You know, it's always been around. We never do that. We always was tribal.
Yeah, because they were weak. They were any sign of weakness they didn't respect. And again, we've always honored tribe. We always honor family. So
no, he was trying to say that's where Father's Day and Mother's Day come
it did. That's part of it. Also, if you look, we was never raping and hurting each other. We ain't do none of that stuff. It was not recorded. It was recorded was the Europeans came over and started raping and killing and hurting and stuff.
They always raped and pillaged because they're the savages. But I mean, when Mother's Day and Father's Day came across, the Catholic Church put that in place because they was showing the.
But the Catholic Church used to steal and twist things around.
Catholic Church is the biggest organized crime. Why you think they all in politics?
Christmas wasn't originally the way it was until they
exactly. It goes to the Vatican. The Vatican is the oldest church of all the churches. They the one got the archives of the real maps, of the real artifacts, and the real stuff. You see what I'm saying? They the ones that make the pictures of the white Jesus and the other stuff. So the Vatican is the oldest.
It's not the white Jesus. That was a white gay man that they say yes, Jesus. I mean, he's not only is he, Caucasian, but he's also the lover of the artist that painted him, and had to be one of the saints or one of the Pope's son. So they immortalized. It's always something dark.
Ain't that something?
Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
And we got stepdaddy in the building.
Lee. Did y'all know that the vagina was called a cabbage? Did you know that? They call
Say what happened?
Cabbage.
Sexual cabbage?
No, not sexual cabbage. They call eating a woman out spitting on the cabbage.
Whoa. Okay, cabbage. I think I've heard they give me some of that cabbage. I said no. I just want some lettuce. I think I've heard that in the South. They used to call this old guy that cropped tobacco. I mean, not tobacco.
Cabbage.
No, the little white stuff that's in the prickly stuff. Cotton. Yeah, he used to be called cabbage head. That's what they used to call him, cabbage head, because that's what he used to do. He was one of those first
big
black.
Head was cabbage head. So now when they call it eating seafood, all this for the cunnilingus. So many different.
Let's not forget about the why.
The why?
Yeah, eating at the why.
Eating at the why. Oh, the why. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, damn.
That's interesting. Yeah. That is interesting.
They said so many stuff is colorful, but we got a number 2 video set up for y'all. Number 2 part this Freaky Friday. I just love it when we enlighten each other and learn some stuff about sex. Why we do what we do, where it comes from. Molly, part 2 of the video.
This is Kai5, and thank you for joining me in this video. This video is the second part of a 3-part video series. Now then, let us continue with the next weird sexual thing prevalent in Greek civilization, starting with number 4. Prostitution was sponsored by the state. Now this one is quite popular, and many of you might know of it already. In ancient Greece, prostitution was legal, and was in some cases, run by the government itself. Can you imagine today's governments openly running a brothel? Athenian lawmaker Solon was known to regulate prices in state-sponsored brothels. These brothels had both female and male sex workers, the latter primarily servicing older male clients. State-run brothels would offer cheap price rates, as compared to the prostitutes found on the streets. The elite and the rich, the upper-class citizens, also had various pricing options available at public brothels. They could sign a contract with a mistress who was skilled in pleasing men both physically and with their wit. Solon would fittingly use the tax revenue Athens gained from these public brothels to build a temple of Aphrodite, the goddess of love and pleasure. Number 5. Child sexual abuse was acceptable. An unfortunate reality of Spartan culture was that older men often took advantage of young boys during their military training. The prevalence of these relationships is debated, but it is known that many young boys were taken advantage of by their training mentors. At the age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their homes and put into state-sponsored military training programs. This included rigorous military training, and the boys developed skills for their lifelong profession as warriors. Sadly, in many cases, these boys' first sexual partners were their senior male peers. Homosexuality was perfectly normal, and even encouraged in Greek society, and unbelievably, was seen as a sign of male camaraderie. Talk about taking friendship to the next level. Some historical accounts state that such things were acceptable if the relationship was not only built on physical pleasure, while others state that once a boy reached puberty, all relationships were acceptable. Number 6. Openly showcasing erotic art. Today such brilliant pieces of art are generally found in men's restrooms. And I do not think many people would openly claim ownership of such artwork if asked to do so on a public platform. However, the Greek was even said to be executed for allegedly chopping off Hermes' phallus on an important publicly situated statue. Greeks would even paint phallic images on their daily cutlery and wine glasses. Anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you had a good time. Please smash that like button and subscribe.
Sick. I wish but you know what? When they went off to war, they used to snatch up kids, not the women. Like I said, they snatched up the little boys because they said that they're durable and they're rigorous, and they could rate them on the journey. You know, they were stronger and they could do that. It's just disgusting to me. The women and children and the old people was at the mercy of society. In Greek and Roman culture, they had control of the whorehouse. We knew that, but Caesar and Claudius and all of that. Lee, let's start with you. What do you think about what you just heard?
Well, from what I heard and what I know, or what I've read in the past, not know because I wasn't there, was that there was no women in authority then. Women was irrelevant. They were more so of slaves. We were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
The men, there was no actors, nothing. I mean, any movie that was made in Greek, in the cathedrals, it was all men dressed up like Romeo and Juliet. Were two men. That was two men. There was no women. Women had no rights, no authority. So they've been messing with each other for a very long time. Now, as far as the 3-year-olds, back during those days, a 3-year-old girl didn't have a chance. They would molestate her for a while until she turned about 6. Boys, they would do so. You're talking about from birth. So precious is real. These are people that still have that blood in them. Okay, so, and as far as the Bruffels, oh man, we know that everywhere. It wasn't just the government, it was everywhere.
I don't know what a brothel is, but
it's a whorehouse.
A brothel
is a whorehouse.
She's saying brothel. You know what she meant.
I heard Brussels sprouts. You heard of Brussels sprouts?
It's a whorehouse. Just because I have a speech impediment, and I have intellectual disabilities. I mean, you got to go to best.com and donate. You already know me. That is an organization. So if y'all got $5 or $10, go on and put it in the best.com. You're laughing, I'm for real. But everybody knows that, because even in Pennsylvania, in my youth, in my first 15 years of life, I used to be the one dumped the fish grease at the little whole house, and that's the way you would see the white guys with the girls. So that's how I learned about the Coca-Cola, shaking it up and putting it in there for birth control.
When you say you dumped fish grease, you mean the real fish grease? They fried fish and you dumped the grease?
Yes. What you thought I was talking about? Pussy juice?
I didn't know what fish grease was code for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do have a lot of codes back then. They did have a lot of codes. But yeah, this right here is nothing new. This goes back to, this is how they realized how they were broken. So then when slavery came about, they broke slaves to show that they were broken, and that was their brand. So all of this is... Let's pause right here, because I want to interject something. Did you know, I was reading about the slavery and stuff, and they did use men and women as slave sex toys. And white women were not shy. It was 40% of the slave owners was white women. For example, the women wanted more slaves than the men, because the women were using these slaves as sexual toys. One guy, they called a Sikh or something, was chained by his master's bed and was only allowed to wear a shirt. And that's so that if the slave refused
or did something against the master, he could flog him, he could whoop him, because he had to be there to take care of his all of his master's sexual needs. Men was painfully objectified. You think men were as well. And they said, I'm gonna give you an example that when George Washington had 18 slaves, he's a slave owner, but he only had 18 slaves. When he married Martha, Martha had 84 slaves. So they said that the white women loved them slaves, mentally and physically. They was getting it in on them slaves. You know, and then a man back then could divorce his wife for being too promiscuous with his slaves. And she could get time in jail because you weren't supposed to sleep with your slave. But if they get it to the public, this one lady got 5 years for sleeping with her slave because she fell in love with her slave and wouldn't leave that black ding-a-ling alone.
Are you talking about Mandingo? See, that's when they started bringing up Mandingo back in the days. Mandingo,
I don't know.
Everybody wanted them a Mandingo, be it black or white. You got to get a Mandingo.
Louise, Kiani, what y'all got to say about the boys?
I went to the store and bought me a Mandingo. Okay, go ahead.
You play too much.
I'm just waking up, guys. Honestly, when I wake up, I'm about as bad as a person falling asleep. I am. I'm worse than a person falling asleep.
This is a Freaky Friday, but it's an educational Freaky Friday.
No bullshit.
On the fact that you got a Mandingo.
Hey, I don't know if this is a sore spot, a congratulation or what, but I met a friend that I know is nothing's gonna happen, but I met a white friend named Tracy.
Oh yeah. What her hair look like?
Well, I got one eye. She might have one eye too. I don't fucking know. I know. I say mom passed away, husband gone, 2 kids, and white. I'm scared. And she texts me at 10 in the morning. How are you? What are you doing? Just met her yesterday. She sound like we've been talking for years. I'm like, who is this?
Wait a minute. Did you say her husband gone and her 2 kids passed?
No, she got the kids. Her mom and her husband.
Oh, Felicia in the house. Weezy, she's saying a lot. Can you read that?
Yeah. She said nothing really has changed too much. And they appear that we have rights, but when push comes to shove, they will take your rights away, just like they did with the right to have an abortion. So it don't matter about your rights because they have proven over and over again that they will do whatever they want to do, so long as it benefits them. Y'all know why the abortion laws came in, right? Why they took that away? White women are not having children, and so their numbers are going down. They took the abortion away because the white women start having babies.
Well, we talking about the origin of oral sex, and I got one more video to get in. Kiana, you got anything to say before we go into the next video?
No, I got nothing to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, if you eating popcorn, you gotta throw it away. I mean, this is crazy.
Kiani.
Yeah.
Could you ever imagine some grown man messing with a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old boy?
I cannot believe it. I mean, but I told y'all. I mean, from the beginning. I mean, that's what was going on. I told you they the one was hitting their mothers and spitting their mother face. Shut up, bitch. And they the ones that do that stuff. Yeah, no, I'm serious because I grew up around Caucasians, so I know. And I asked them, and they said, it's been passed down. You know what I'm saying? They sleep with animals, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
why do they disrespect their mothers? Why don't they spit in their father's face?
I think the woman, just like Lee said, and just like Louisa said, women was not respected at all back in the day, and they had no say so. So it was kind of like
Yeah, if they did not, they were only valued to birth children. If they did not birth boys, they were worshipped.
That's it. They followed what they considered to be a Bible that a woman only job a woman was to do to take care of her husband, bear fruit, and multiply. She had no rights.
Well, we got another video, part 3, to watch. This is the last part, y'all.
This is Kai5, and thank you for joining me in this video. This video is the third part of a 3-part video series. Now then, let us continue with the next weird sexual thing prevalent in Greek civilization, starting with number 7. Mixing or combining religion with sex. Many people know that the Greeks were polytheistic, that is, they worshipped many gods and deities. Aphrodite, the god of procreation and pleasure, was often appealed to for matters in the bedroom. However, the origin story of Aphrodite itself is quite strange. As per Greek mythology, she rose from foam that was made in the ocean after Uranus's genitalia fell into it, her name meaning foam arisen. Aphrodite's sexuality and beauty is a primary subject in Greek mythology, committing adultery with many men. One particularly strange episode involving Aphrodite in mythology happened when a man named Glaucus insulted her. She responded by feeding his horses magic water, causing them to turn on him during a chariot race. Glaucus was crushed to death, and his horses proceeded to eat him. Number 8. Adultery was far worse than rape. Given how open-minded the Greeks were in regard to matters pertaining to sexuality, the strictness around marital infidelity may seem incongruent. In fact, seducing another man's wife was considered worse than rape. The reason for this is due to the belief that a woman was the property of a man. And since the woman belonged to a man, committing adultery was equivalent to a form of theft. Sexual assault was also considered immoral. However, if the woman was unmarried, it was not considered as serious a crime. Yeah, let that sink in. Sexual assault is quite common in Greek mythology, with many gods deceiving women and impregnating them. According to Greek society norms, adultery needed avenging by the man, while assault did not, resulting in greater severity placed on it. A man who caught another man with his wife was able to inflict any punishment on him. This ranged from public humiliation to murder. Number 9. Making your wife more masculine to appear attractive. As I previously mentioned, Spartan boys frequently had their first relationships with other senior boys and men in the military training programs. What seems like a projection of subconscious trauma, Spartan men would force their wives to shave their heads in an attempt to appear more masculine before having sexual intercourse with them, possibly to appear more like their previous partners. Spartan women would wear men's clothing and shave their heads on their wedding days in order for their husbands to transition from same-sex to heterosexual relationships. The transformation for a woman to resemble a man was often undertaken by a bridesmaid or servant, a far cry from the modern wedding day makeover. Men would then be forced to sneak into their wives' homes in order to consummate the marriage. This was thought to increase the sexual desire between husband and wife. The bride would be laid in bed with a man's cloak and sandals in the dark. Her new spouse would then sneak into her room during the night and capture her. With the other items on this list, kidnapping your wife from her parents' house really doesn't sound too bad. Anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you had a good time. Please smash that.
I read about that, about them making the women cut their hair off and dress as men because of their sexual experience. Man, I tell you, the damn Greeks and Romans were off the chain. They made the boys, they used to, when the parents couldn't afford to take care of the children, they would give their children to the kingdom because they thought they would take care of them better. No, they would take them boys and turn them into eunuchs, and they would make the girls their servants. They would cut the boy's testicles off so he could remain feminine and would not develop testosterone and get strong. They used to do all types of vicious things, all types of stuff. And then for them to say that it's not considered rape if the woman is unmarried, but if she's married, that's great. It's off the chain.
They are savages and barbarians, but this is culture. This is what the world looks at, not us. Because we want something different. And no, Molly actually, we believe in Greek gods. No, I don't. It's just a whatever. But for them to say that this is society, that they well, what's the word that I'm looking for? that they are civilized, the first civilization, when they call themselves civilizing men. Did that sound like that's civilized? When you look back, I'm like, that was civilization. You had oh gosh, the different civilizations, the different times, the different era. You got, yeah, I'm getting stuck here. Y'all help me. What am I saying? Y'all know what I'm saying?
No, what you saying?
This is we look into this as the great civilization. We look
yeah.
at the great
as an example,
and they barbaric and they savages and their practices. And this is just touching the tip of the iceberg. And
yeah.
And when you but this is what society they'll say, for instance, they say that African people wasn't civilized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we had to get colonized,
or the native
civilization to the savages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
But see, and to answer Molly's question, I used to be into Greek mythology. But when you understand, when you understand that a lot of their mythology and stuff came from African mythology, African teaching, you know, you kind of get a better understanding. Sometimes you have to research their mythology and different teachings because they took it from Ethiopia. A lot of them traveled there to learn from the Ethiopians, and they took what they learned back.
Yes. They wherever they went, they pretended to be part of the people, part of society. Then they stole whatever that made that society golden. They stole it. They stole Jesus off the cross. I'm telling you, they were some thieves. They were some marauders. They was rape, pillage, and plunder. And they sneaky by they smiling in your face. Hey, friend. And we don't have that hostility in our bones or that savagery. So we embrace the friendship until we find out we getting stabbed in the back or getting hit over the head while we sleeping at night. You know, we was like, oh, who's these people? We all nosy. Oh, they're our friend. They be like, hey, friend. Look at them smiling like Pennywise the clown. Kiani. Where Kiani?
Yes, I'm right here.
You could uncover your booty hole right now. I know you was like, ah.
Yeah, this is serious. I mean, especially the young boys and just the young kids. Everything is just foolish. I mean, but I told you it goes with the nasty people again. I'm telling you.
Do you think oral sex is nasty? I mean, that's one of their practices. Do you think it's nasty?
Well, no, I think it's okay for her to get on her knees and to look me in my eyes.
How about you spit on the cabbage? How about that? Is it okay for you to spit on the cabbage?
Maybe in 2029.
It's okay for a man. Okay, like DJ Khaled. Yeah, I know he's Muslim, or maybe you didn't know, but he's saying he will never go down on a woman because he has to use his mouth and keep his mouth clean so he could praise God. That's what's written, you know. That explains why he would never go down. In Islam,
Shalom.
I mean, okay. Muslim say that. And I was like, is that what the Muslim think?
I thought that it said that you were supposed to, the bedroom is undefiled, so it doesn't matter what you do in the bedroom.
Yeah, you don't defile your mouth.
Your mouth ain't defiled.
If you eat a woman.
Hold on. Because if a woman can go and perform fellatio on a man and kiss him, what's the difference?
What I said that. Didn't I say that earlier, y'all? That was my point. I was like, how is it that his mouth won't get defiled, but it's okay for her to suck the slob off the knob? That don't make sense to me. You know, it's that twisted stuff that you're putting women behind. And
it's that sexist behavior.
Because wasn't no color. The first slave was women. It wasn't no black man, wasn't no white man. It was a woman, the first slave, because we was the first property. Well, that's how they looked at us as. They didn't look at us as a helpmate or rear piece. You know, they didn't look at us as that. They looked at it as a
Yeah,
slave.
because even in the Bible, it was like that. In the Bible, it was like that too. People don't realize that the men that did love their wives and loved them, treated them equal, they were looked frowned upon. It was terrible.
That was in the Old Testament. The New Testament, when Jesus come, he brought a different set of laws. That's why Jesus had to come, because they said that we couldn't live by the laws that was already written. The Mosaic laws, they call it. That's the 5 books of the Torah, the Mosaic law. But it's something. What is the people saying, Weezy? Let's see what the people saying.
Okay, let's go in here. Let's see. Okay. Vicky said, Reese, please get some. Molly said, so do you believe it?
Wait a minute, Weezy. When y'all think I'm horny or something? They think I need sex, Weezy.
I'm pretty sure you do. We all do.
But
Vicky got messages. Let's see. Molly said, so, oh yeah, he asked about the Greek gods and he said weird. He said this some wild shit. Rocks are moving. Molly said Greeks had many gods. Most was weird practices. I hope they didn't get that from us. I don't think so. That's white culture. He said Greeks had many gods. Most were weird practices. I hope they didn't get that from us. Molly said that's white culture. Slicky, oh, he about to do his music. See you later, Slicky. She laughed, and then Felicia said the foul in your mouth, I thought meant what words you use out your mouth. Exactly. Because you can spew the most nastiest things. Again, I said something earlier about how our words can either heal a person or kill a person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That some people take the Bible and other forms of religion seriously, but a lot of those things were parables or just examples of things that we should do. If we really think about it, you can defile your mouth with food. You can defile your mouth with anything.
Molly, I just sent Molly a video. I just sent you two more videos, Molly, to share. Go ahead, Weezy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was done. Yeah, it's many ways to defile your mouth and defile your body. And he's talking about he Muslim. These cows defile his mouth in other ways. He needs to stop playing about it. He let his wife go down on him. It's not a defamation or defiling her mouth.
And you kiss them and you kiss the baby and your kids. If that ain't double standard, I don't know what is. Kiani just said there ain't nothing wrong with the woman looking up at him. And then I said, but what about you doing a woman? And when y'all heard what he said at 2029, that's Keon, why 2029?
Well, I guess that's when the next time you're going to get a woman looking up at you with some bag on 2029.
Keon.
You know what it is. It's just sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you gotta be the boss and somebody else gotta be submissive. That's all that means sometimes.
You just want somebody to rub the feet. You just want somebody.
I'm not even about to respond to that today. I ain't gonna do it.
Come on, Louisa. Come on, respond. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong being submissive sometimes. It's okay. It's Thanksgiving. It's time to get time to be thankful. It's time to give.
Submission is not only somebody down on the knees looking at you. Okay. And submission goes both ways too, huh?
I mean, I said we could do it later on, but right now it's about me because we was asking. She was like, "Would you do it?" And I said, "Yeah," but I said later on. See, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I just said 2029. So I'm still agreeing to do it. Just later on.
Years from there, Keon, you go sit down somewhere. Lee, what you thinking, honey? It's 2020. Lee. Lee, you done made Lee get off the damn phone. Lee was like,
"No, I'm not. I'm not off the phone. I'm here. It's just that you're gonna deem oral sex as what?
It's okay for the woman to give it to the man, but it's not okay for the man to give it to the woman.
Interesting.
Look, that's all. Lisa, all she gotta say. Interesting.
Yeah, that's why my name is Stepdaddy 69_1.
_1.
I'm gonna throw my phone.
You gonna throw your phone?
I wanted the minus, but I couldn't use it because someone else had it. So the underscore is the one that's 68, and I owe you one. Because I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
My throat is itching right now, but that don't mean.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we can pray together. Okay, that's how we gonna roll. We gonna pray together. We gonna commit at the same time.
Damn, y'all talking about oral sex and my lips got wet.
You said oral sex and your lips got what?
Wet.
Yeah, they got wet. I mean, something just skeeted right from under my tongue. Oh shit!
And it's funny because they talk about oral sex and my throat started itching like.
I'm glad that's your throat, because if your twat sound like that, I see why. We ain't doing it.
Go look, Lee. Don't go there, Lee.
Not you. I'm talking about a woman. Any woman. If she opened up and that thing and start going.
I don't know what to say.
You walk out the room at that point.
That's it. Not you. Not you. You know me and you. We cool. We ain't like that. We ain't like that.
Wait, we got two more videos, y'all. Molly, it's shorts. They shorts, so they're not, like.
Did you know that Spartan men were encouraged to share their wives with other men like Wi-Fi passwords for optimal signal strength in the gene pool? Crazy facts about ancient Sparta, Part 1. In ancient Sparta, boys were encouraged to engage in same-sex relationships as part of their military training, fostering strong bonds among comrades. Their battle tactics included formations like the cuddle phalanx and the hug of war. Spartan boys had to pass a test known as the Crypteia, where they would sneakily kill helots, enslaved people, to prove their warrior skills. To maintain their crimson cloaks, Spartans would dye them using a local plant called madder. They had a unique punishment for those who were overweight. They would force feed the individual until they vomited in public as a form of humiliation. Spartans believed that it was a bad omen to see an owl during daylight hours, and it was considered an ill omen for battle. Spartan babies were examined, and those deemed weak or deformed were left to die on a hillside. They played a game with their babies called Hide the Weakness. Did you know?
And they were like, I am Sparta. They were savages. Plain old savages. Woo!
I'm trying to figure out how do they consider a baby to be weak, because babies are weak. I don't get it.
If they're or deformed. I guess if your baby look irregular, I guess if you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, Louisa, I don't know.
Yeah, if they also probably display like Down syndrome. They did. Yeah, because they would kill them up to like the walking stage and stuff. They had them on timeline. They would kill them. They would throw them right off the damn cliff. And girls, they didn't get much. They didn't get much leeway. No. That boob coming in here with that emergency broadcast system.
Look, we ain't getting no feedback on it yet. Where your earphones?
That's when I picked me up last night. Yeah. Didn't call or nothing. You gotta hang up, man.
She said we weren't gonna do it. She had been on they had her drugged up yesterday. She called me sounding slow. So I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. She
called me sounding slow.
He was talking, he was like, booba, booba. I don't think we're gonna do it tonight because they got me on too much codeine or something. All I know is you sound fucked up. You was, yeah, we sound like 1 too many, or it's just, yeah, had that shit in your veins, you sounded slow. I'm just saying.
Gwen talked to me last night. She said, "You need some weed." She said, "I know you don't smoke." She said, "You need this the tablet. You need some weed or an edible so you can take your ass to sleep."
Oh, you couldn't sleep?
It's for some reason that the codeine or whatever, it keeps me up. I don't know what to do. I would be a bad crackhead. I would be one of them crackheads that walk the neighborhood all night long doing this. So I haven't got any rest last night. I was too, and I tried to go to sleep. Lee was pinging me. Watch this, look at this, look at this. I was doing so much research and I got tired. Then I was up early this morning. I don't know what's wrong with me. But it's okay. But Kiani gonna get you, Booba Cow, for not picking him up. He said you didn't call him or anything. But Kiani, to Booba Cow's defense, we called you on a 3-way and you didn't answer, Kiani.
Y'all didn't call me.
There it is. Yeah, we did.
Y'all didn't call me.
Yeah, we did.
No, we called Kiani and Lee.
We called Kiani.
I did call to ask if you was going to Coach K.
Oh.
And we called early. It was like 3 o'clock or 4.
Uh-huh.
I had just came in from the doctor's
office. Yeah, I spoke to you around 4. Yeah.
It was like 4:30.
And who? You spoke to who? Me? Lee?
No.
He spoke to me out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said I was
No,
going.
we called Kiani. We didn't get Kiani. But I don't know. Did we talk to Lee? Did I talk to you yesterday?
Nope.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't on the phone with you.
Lee. Lee said you wasn't doing Coach K's. She said
no, I didn't.
I talked to Lee and fussing at Lee because she was somewhere where she wasn't supposed to be. I said, "You supposed to be?"
When did I?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Everybody got silent all at once. What's going on?
Well, nah, because it sounded like what you said was being replayed, but it was off of her phone or something. Like there was some type echoing off it, but like you already stopped talking about it. Yeah, what you said, it was repeated, so I knew something was wrong.
Oh, you sound good.
Well, thank you.
You look like a Greek warrior.
Oh, I look like a Greek warrior? Really? A Greek warrior?
I don't know what to say.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I have an African ass name, black as I am. I consider myself a real Moor, but she a Greek warrior. Wow.
It was a joke. That's why
some Alexander the Great shit. Ooh. I know about the history of the Greeks. I know about Alexander the Great. He was great to more than one gender. So, I'm just saying. So I'm already hip. Damn out there. It's always the ones that know you know what I'm saying? It's always close to you.
I love you. That's for not standing up for me when people start pulling stuff out their titty. You supposed to be like, stop it.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. She had did that earlier in the show. I wasn't there.
Oh, you just was in the green room.
Yeah. No. When that happened, I didn't even perform that night. I was in the back. I just came out. I wasn't even there yet. Yeah, I had something else and I went up there.
Oh, and that's what Chevy said out there. Got a whole bar.
No, we was outside. That was after the show where we was talking about your titties. We were talking about your titties after the show.
Bad thing. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Y'all joining
that your titties come up in conversations?
Yeah.
All press, good press, all bad press, good press, all good press. So if your titties get notoriety, you know, the strangest places, hey, out there, your titties is out there and they're famous,
Look,
word of mouth.
Don't get Rodney, the beast. He said that she poured me and my wife a shot out of her titties. And he did get a shot. He said that 1800 got them high.
He said you had I saw him. You had like 2 or 3 different little tequilas in your titties.
Louise,
Reposado, the Blanco.
Weezy, you want me to start carrying some wine in that junk? I had
I like my wine chilled. Thank you very much.
So you don't
not boob temperature.
Okay. We're not doing our Titty Wine Festival this year. The Althea Titty Wine Festival coming to you this summer. Sponsored by Similac and
I'm gonna get some scotch and stuff to make some hot toddies. It's the winter time and people get sick. They need some hot toddy.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
Man, if that hot toddy come out nice and piping, you got it. I'm trying to tell you.
Hot titty.
Titty warmers. Ah, damn. Got the titty warmers. Just
you got a hot titty. Look, if you only the size of a salsa, I might as well pull out a cup and set it over there. You got the hot.
Hey, I done heard of the hot ticketer, but the hot titty, hey, you might be going somewhere, kid.
Molly, we got one more video to share.
Hey, but here's an interesting thing. When I came on here, y'all was talking about the Spartans, right?
Yeah.
And the 300, that one group that made the movie about, actually those guys were black. Fun fact. And it was they for this movie they made them white over time like they did everything else. But that.
So you saying the Greek people were black?
Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. So
now I know the gladiators, we was black. The gladiators, how they made us fight for the sport of the rich people. But they were saying that the Spartan and with the babies and the
Spartans period, but like
and the Greek stealing the babies and
what you think a lot of these guys
the war. You saying that there was the black people was stealing their children, taking them to war, having sex with them, all that homosexual.
No, he's saying the movie 300. That actually happened with the Africans.
Exactly.
White.
It was the only group that like they had within the Roman Empire. That's why they were so vicious. That group, but they were black. That the 300 was black. They made them white for the movie. They weren't like everybody else. That particular group. Yes.
Because I didn't know there were any black Grecians.
The Romans?
No, not Romans. Roman and Sparta are 2 different things. Roman Emperor and the Spartan was Greek.
The Roman Empire was Greek? I thought that was Italian.
No, I said Roman Empire and Spartans are different. Spartans was Greek. Spartan wasn't Roman people. What?
No, I told you got the emergency broadcast system going.
He sure do.
What happened?
Did you hear that? Yeah, emergency.
That ain't me. I just heard something clicking.
That is you.
What noise y'all hearing? Because I don't hear nothing. It's just one team.
I just told you. It's the emergency broadcast system thing.
I don't know. I'm at the zoo, but they already took the pandas. I don't know. So I don't know why they be trying to jam my internet.
It could be breaking in.
See,
but China gonna bring them back. Remember, China said they might be 3 of them back, but this time gonna take it to the LA Zoo, the zoo in California.
When they say this? When they say this?
You didn't see him and Biden, the president of
China.
Oh
yeah, him and Xi, President Xi, right?
And he said that he gonna stop sending the fentanyl. He said, "Okay, we ain't gonna be sending y'all fentanyl laced drugs no more." And yeah, President Xi, you gonna get on. So that lets me believe you was purposely sending fentanyl and lace drugs over here to America. That would be a good way to get rid of a lot of Americans.
Well, I mean, yeah, if however you can take down your enemy, even if by the smallest toenail you can cut on that nigga, you know what I mean? Start at the toe, we gonna work your way to the head. Chinese motherfuckers, I'm trying to tell you, they calculated. And that fentanyl that was sent, what happened, the cartel, they sent it to the cartels in Mexico, and then it found its way over here. It don't come straight from China, but it's manufactured in China, and then they send it to the cartel, and then the cartels get it over here.
See?
And they find its way to our streets.
Those are more than avocados from Mexico.
Avocado from Mexico. yeah. This is no.
This is one more video. I mean, I shared because I like the video. Molly.
Black history facts you won't learn anywhere else. Part 2. Elizabeth Keckley, who was born into slavery in the Piedmont region of Virginia and taken by her enslavers to North Carolina, told in her narrative Behind the Scenes, or 30 Years a Slave and 4 Years in the White House, 1868, of being repeatedly raped by the son of a wealthy plantation owner who lived nearby. Eventually, she gave birth to a son that he fathered. In 1826, 2 students at the University of Virginia raped a 16-year-old enslaved woman and later stripped her naked and beat her for giving them a venereal disease, as recounted by Alan Taylor in Thomas Jefferson's Education. In 1792, a Virginia enslaver named B. Talbot promised an enslaved woman named Jenny that he would emancipate her and her 6th child if she would bear him 5 children. Black history facts you won't learn anywhere else. Part.
What the hell?
We were servants.
I mean, yeah, we kind of knew all this shit.
But with servants, well, I was saying the first slave wasn't color. The first slave was the woman, the sex. Because before, you knew the first slave was a woman? Women.
I'm talking about the one he said he gonna free, which I'm not surprised he's gonna free her and her 6th child if she gave him 5 children. Some bullshit.
Exactly.
Well, they needed more slaves to fill to run the plantation. They needed the slaves to run the farms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
he wasn't trying to be dad of the year. That was his goal. That nigga needed workers. Yes, period. That's why back in the day when you had kids, people congratulated you because they a lot of times they know now you got an extra hand on the farm, or whatever you're doing, you know. So it's like, you know, you just created your own employee. But back then, so you know, his ass, you know, his wife weren't putting out 5, so he needed, and not even just his wife weren't putting out 5 with his wife, they weren't working, so he needed slaves. So he found himself.
What DJ Slicky Woo Boo calling me doing the show? I'm gonna put him on. Just hello. I'm on the show. He's talking on the show. Again, you called to tell me that the show shouldn't be on, that it's after 11:30. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm on the show. Bye. Okay. Back to what we were saying. Now,
there go my people.
Back to what we saying, Louisa. Are we reading any comments? Didn't Flicky say that he was going to do his music? Didn't he?
That's what he said. Let me see. Let's see.
Like, bye, y'all.
Yeah, Molly said these Muslim guys still going down. They don't supposed to eat pork either. Kenneth said, Keon, he was laughing. Felicia said, it all depends on what you like. Now, I love the meat. That's the prettiest piece of meat I ever saw and will suck it down, but don't want no man to lick nothing down there. It just doesn't turn me on. Molly said they was all gay men in that army.
It's Spartan Army, Booba Cow. He's talking about the
Oh,
300.
yeah. Hey, like I said, they was vicious. But whatever, like I said, the only thing I said that particular group was black. But they maybe kept gay killers.
Look, you did it again, and when you go bing, we can't hear you. You see that? Booba Cow, we can't hear none of you. Booba, we didn't hear nothing you said. All we heard was your beat. Like we was beeping it out. Look. Louise, tell him we can't hear.
I wonder if you can hear us. Booba. Say,
Can y'all hear
what
me?
you say? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, but I was muted. Is the beep still going?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, where we at?
We didn't hear nothing you said. You was saying. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, like I said, there was that group in history. They were really black, and like I said, the whole gay thing. I don't know, but it could have been a bunch of ruthless black killers for the Greek or whatever. But you know, that portion I don't know.
They was taking them as young as 7 years old, and if you raping a little boy at the age of 7, he gonna be a killer. He got to be ruthless to take that. That's just awful.
But Alexander the Great, that's how he went. Alexander the Great, like he liked men and women, and his whole thing was bent on.
But Alexander the Great,
yeah, but he traveled with a eunuch.
You say what?
They did the same thing. He traveled with a eunuch and a woman.
Yep. Yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah, he did. Wow. So
and the Ethiopians, not Ethiopians, forgive me. Egyptians had the eunuchs. They was like, we're gonna fix. Yeah, Egyptians had the eunuchs.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
All of them had eunuchs.
So I think
this is for oral.
For oral. What?
It was one of the Roman Caesars had little boys when he took his bath, go under the water to nibble at his penis, suck on his penis. He called it his little minnows.
Okay, I have to blank out for a second.
He said he had them go under the water for 30 minutes.
No, not for 30 minutes. I don't know how long he was under the water, but he had them nibble on him. The little boys nibble on him, and he called them his little minnows. It was one of the Caesars. Not. You're in the back thing from the show, but I don't want to repeat myself.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. And you know the crazy thing, the reason why the Pilgrims came here was to get away from British rule, because the Britons were trying to make them stop doing that mess they were doing. They came over here to get freedom, sexual and religious liberty. And then they came over here enslaving people.
I don't think they should be called the Pilgrims. I think they should be called the Pillagers, because that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They came over here in savage formation, and they tried to subdue the story now and make it seem like they was all nice and kind, and they broke bread with the Indians, and they ate and they feasted and all of that. Oh, that was a lie. They came over here in fake clothing, like smiling like the Pennywise clown, And Indians was like, okay, there was a little trusting, and look what happened to them. Pillagers, not pilgrims, but pillagers.
Well, happy Freaky Friday, y'all.
Freaky
Very informative.
Oral sex.
Very informative.
Yeah, I just did so much reading. Like I said, the 3 types of oral sex: anal, vaginal, penis, and it's got your mouth. It's your mouth touching somebody's anus, your mouth touching somebody's penis. If you're using your mouth to pleasure somebody's vagina, when you use your mouth to pleasure all those 3 organs on a male, female, or whatever, that's called oral sex. And you can still catch STDs from that. Whatever you can get on the Mizawagi or the penis, whatever, you can catch it in your mouth. AIDS, herpes.
Yeah, that's all a mucous membranes.
Yep, gonorrhea. They even have a type of gonorrhea you can catch in your mouth.
And your eye.
Yeast infection. You catch it in your mouth. Anything that the mouth is still. And they tell the people that if you want to have oral sex, use barrier lubes, okay, and use dental dam or some type of plastic that you put over you use your condom and give oral sex. A non-lubricant condom, rubber or latex condom, and give oral sex. You can still feel through a condom. Men say, I can't feel nothing through a condom. I took a condom and put it on my hand and I was touching hair. I felt every follicle of that hair. And then when I put the condom on my hand and was touching water, it still felt wet. Maybe they put some lube inside the condom too, and use it for inside and outside, to make it feel the gushy.
That's what they're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to
do. Okay, to put lube in there and leave that little tip of it open.
A couple of drops, yeah.
So so you can feel that because you definitely feeling it. Definitely, and a woman, we don't know. The only way we know that you don't have a condom on is if you getting too excited. You giving her the old face that over the
no, I can tell. I definitely can tell the difference.
I can tell the difference by his emotion. He get all crazy and start acting wild. I'm like, wait a minute, I done gave you a condom. What are you doing? So definitely, and then when you're doing the anal sex, the good old tongue in the butt, you got to be careful with that. Definitely. So the 3 types of oral sex, the history of oral sex, where it came from, I found it far back as it said ancient Egypt, Greek, and Roman. That's what they said. Those 3: Egypt, Greek, and Roman. They didn't say nothing about the Asian Empire or the African Empire. No, not even the Byzantine Empire. They said Egypt, Rome, Greek. So they said Socrates or Socrates. What's the other philosopher that doing back in that time? Plato. You got your Socrates, Confucius. Plato, and Aristotle. All in there partaking in that in the oral fixation, whether it's with a pleasure with the male, the woman, or whatever. You know how they song Trey Songz said, I think y'all.
Well, you know who they was performing on, because they daggone sure ain't give a daggone about them.
Look, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, and Booba Cow 300. We can't even hear what he's saying. I know he said something smart.
No. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Oh, wow. I had to press the little button. Yeah, you keep coming for me, Reese. See, I understand, you know what I'm saying, how you keep putting me with this shit.
You ain't find me my man yet. You supposed to be finding me my forever.
Am I your pimp?
Yeah, we try to get some money.
Okay, now I understand. So that's a different thing now. Okay.
Book them, Deno.
Well, I need some money in the pocket.
Well, that's why you ain't set up no clients. How you gonna say you need money? You ain't set up no clients. Look,
Yeah, but I need you to perform when it's time. From so far, every time I hear from you, a situation, it was how you was turning down a situation. So I can't set up
had no money.
clients.
They had no money. Empty pockets get you nothing. Empty pockets. Look,
Okay,
Billy Preston said nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Okay, so now I understand that. All right. If you want to have something, right? Yeah. If you want to be one.
Ain't easy. How am I gonna give you your 10% of nothing? If you the pimp, you be like, Reese, how much you make? Nothing. Here's your portion of nothing. I give you 20% of nothing. You can.
I'm about to line up. A bunch of Uncle Lester's and everybody that got some paper.
Oh, no.
Cause hey, if Uncle Lester can handle it,
now done.
Exactly.
The doctor said by January. So
See?
I'm like,
Uncle Lester, Uncle Charles, all them waiting. You gotta get Uncle Charles before you hit the crossroads. You know what I'm saying?
now, I'm gonna hit Uncle Charles up at the Veterans Day when he get paid. So I'm just my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Exactly. You gotta get him before he goes. So, you gotta get all them Lester. You know what I mean? JB, all them
they
dudes.
gotta register with Weezy.
Rufus,
this
Uncle
is a
Willis.
business.
There you go.
They
Uncle Willis and all.
You gonna register them? Booba Cow getting the clientele.
I don't know about all that.
He getting the clientele set up. Girl, we gotta do this business now. We gotta make some money. You
Exactly.
For a little piece of change.
Exactly. Hey, get your garter belt ready. Get your little garter belt ready too. Like an old salon joint.
Like an old burlesque dancer.
There you go. We just go, I don't know. Who got the nice house over there? We could turn to the bordello.
It's Kiani.
Oh, okay. So we down Oak Creek. All right. So usually the house, the madam, but you'll be the house dude in Kiani.
And Louisa is the madam. Louisa go and check them out. She got to register them to come in, and if they ain't right, Louisa be like, "You can't come in."
Well, there it is. It sounds like she's security too. So
Louisa,
that's what the madam was.
Exactly. She has a shotgun in the back that just sits by the wall in case anything happens. Right. There's
her boudoir.
There's a pistol. And there's a pistol, yeah, exactly, by her garter belt too. Just so that's like a little Dillinger, a little small little chain. Yeah.
She get a pew pew pew.
It is. But nah, it's been fun though. So Freaky Friday. So I thought we were talking about some freaky shit, but today it was more like pedophilia and okay, all right.
We talked. You missed it earlier. It was freaky, wasn't it?
I thought we was talking positions and all type wild shit that I never heard of. Seen.
It was the origin of oral sex.
Oh, the origin of oral sex. Oh yeah, I told you I was the white people. I could make that simple. Man, real simple. Yeah, we know that.
Michelle I need Michelle and Jay Killer on the show, so they could be like, because they white people. I can ask
and I'm sure they represent.
There's your ancestors out there sucking on a bird and spitting on the cabbage, taking it to the dome.
Y'all make it sound. Y'all make sex sound terrible, man.
Sex is beautiful. We ain't making that sound terrible.
Yeah, you do. Spitting on a cabbage. I eat cabbage.
You know who Weezy, Booba. You know who leaving?
That's what I said.
Do you know that dude?
Yeah, that is different. What is spitting on a cabbage? Huh?
Do you remember Beretta?
Yeah, barely, but I do.
He had it talk like that on Beretta. He had the cigar.
Yeah.
Like, didn't Lee talk like him? Lee will get you a cigar.
That's right, baby. She smokes cigars too, baby.
No, I don't.
I am your stepdaddy, mama, daddy, uncle, first
Okay,
cousin,
stepson. So you
Milton.
must. So you call me
I
step. I'm
told
your
you my
middle
mama didn't swing that way.
name.
Mm-mm.
So I ain't calling no man stepdaddy.
So I ain't call no man, no, I will I call your ass stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying? You can step aside. That's what the fuck you
Ah,
can do. You step the fuck
so you
aside. You
caught
come
that
to my
shit.
doorstep
You
talking about
caught
you
that
hitting
shit.
somebody mama. Yeah, you can step aside. That's what you can do, Lee, with your
He said,
Federo.
step
Keep it moving.
aside, step
Yeah.
Lee be looking sharp at her Federo. Go ahead, Lee. Yeah.
Oh, no, Lee be doing her things. She be having her pearls and her Federo. So she lets you know where she stands. It's a little soft, but can kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? So the pearls with the softness, the Federa to kick your ass. So
Look,
either way.
they be carding her at the store. I said, show them your whiskers. Show them your gray whiskers. Yeah.
Y'all
I'm
got
older
jokes.
than 21. They don't believe you're 21. I said, show them your gray whisker.
Oh,
They be like, oh,
hey, Lee, you ain't the only one. She been going on me all morning. She was going on me all morning. I don't know what I did to Lee.
it's nothing.
Recently,
I get silly when I don't get sleep. I think it's the medicine. I don't know. I was slurring yesterday, and I'm talking a lot better today.
yeah,
They told me
yesterday.
to go get an edible and go to sleep.
Yesterday, I thought you was in that Beyonce crew. I've been drinking. I've been.
Yeah, see, that's what she sounded. I told she sounded slow when she called me. Yeah, she did.
It's not slow, but the mouth was jacked up. And Tyree was laughing at me. My lip was like, like I'm talking, and the lip drew, because it was numb.
Yeah, she called me. She's like, "Hey, Bubba, I don't think I'll be able to make it today. I'll be
I'm so
Sound like Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, John Sylvester Stallone. Oh no, hey, you don't sound nothing like me. Nothing at all.
What was that?
I did this. This is what Sylvester sound like. I don't sound like some guy that sounds like he's slow. I sound like me.
Stop.
I'm Rocky, alright? Shut up, Adrian.
All I know, my son kept looking at me laughing. That's the second time he did. The first time he kept looking at me laughing. So I don't know if my face is twisted or what it looked like or what.
When you come from the dentist's office, this is the worst time. If you ever want to catch somebody a black man for a picture, have somebody come for getting a tooth extracted and stuff for come from the dentist. And then especially like you got all your wisdom teeth taken out. Oh man, I saw my wife when she came home. I started having second thought. Why did I do this? It's like, is that you, baby? I'll be back in a couple of days when the healing starts. I love my wife, but she had two chipmunks in her mouth, and oh man! And then when that stuff got to heal, the blood clot and all that, and your breath just
make sure don't get a dry socket. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, man! Breath is.
Now I met some people that did get a tooth pulled and their breath was like that. I just went and gave them a roll of toilet paper because I wasn't that near anything to flush.
That's more than oral sex.
I said, what the hell did you eat? Because I would. That's
not
why
usually got a rotten tooth.
I would rather eat chitlins than to eat what this motherfucker ate. I said, well, your tongue gonna fall out. He said, shit. I mean, I said, smile. I said, stand over there and smile at me. And he stood there. He did it. He stood over there and he smiled. I said, here, take these. I got these right here. These sunglasses. I said, take these. He said, what's these for? I said, because your teeth so yellow. Your tonsils need these motherfuckers to keep them burning the fuck up. Yeah. His tonsils was burnt from his yellow teeth. So that was an old joke.
It's hot.
With his teeth looking like better cheddar.
I
Better,
believe he has.
better cheddar.
We up here joking and
Breath
playing the
smell
tango
like,
over people's teeth. Talking
breath
about
smell
people
like
yuck
hot
mouth.
coffee.
Booba, where you gonna be this weekend? Oh, Marley, show them where I'm gonna be on the 24th, Marley. See if you can put that flyer up. Did y'all see that flyer? Of me at over the, go ahead. Booba, where you gonna be?
You sure you ready for me? Because you asked me one more time and cut me off. So help me.
I'm sorry. Don't lay hands on me, bro. Don't lay hands on me.
Nah, I won't lay hands on you. Nah. I put my belt out.
Put it tight.
I would be at I'm gonna start off at Moonlight, which is Comedy Club DC, and then I'm gonna go to Comedy Clubhouse, which is on 14th Street, Red Lounge. I returned after my 1 year hiatus, but I was approached. They told me they come back through and show some love. So I said, I'll do that.
Wait a minute, you got banned?
No. I decided to roll. It was some internal shit going on, but we got it rectified, and now everything is straight. And so, I'll return there tomorrow. Yeah. So I'll be at Comedy Clubhouse at 7:30, and at 9 o'clock I'll be at Comedy Playhouse. What is Comedy Club? The Comedy Club 7:30. Comedy Clubhouse 9 o'clock.
So no
Eventbrite.
moonlighting
Both of them is on there. Both of them on Eventbrite. What you say?
I said so no moonlighting.
No, Moonlight is Comedy Club. Is his production. It's called Comedy Show, Comedy Club DC. But Moonlight is the venue.
So, okay, I think I understand.
Poor baby. Yeah, but
go ahead. I mean, was that
I got something for you, Booba. I'm gonna send it to you.
Until Monday.
Oh, okay.
So this is this weekend. This is Friday. But what about Saturday and Sunday, Booba?
Saturday I'm gonna be at Nightcap. That's a DC Comedy Love. And check TK Kirkland out. He be there all this weekend also. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. TK Kirkland gonna be at DC Comedy Love. So yeah, but I'm gonna do that joint this Saturday night.
Okay, so what night you coming to pick me and Lee up?
And I'll be back at Moonlight on Saturday also. But before because the Nightcap is the Comedy Law for me.
But when you picking me, Lee, and Kiani up,
why do you always act like I work for Uber? I don't even understand this shit. Like you just always make me the designated driver of you in the funky bunch. And it's like,
comedy carpool. It's not a
yes, now that's yes.
You're always
Comedy
supposed
carpool.
to travel with your entourage.
See,
You're always supposed to travel with your entourage.
With your entourage, Booba.
What?
Now
he said, "No, you remember MC Hammer? He had an entourage.
Exactly. Exactly. Remember that part. That part. You took it right out of my mouth.
I gotta call.
We already started from the bottom. Now we here. We already.
Oh damn.
And we might be stuck there if I keep the pick. Hey.
We ain't gonna be stuck there. Ain't no way. Mercury too high and rising. Mercury rising. That's okay.
Mercury
I'm
rising.
the chauffeur. When I pull up in my Cooper's limousine, I be saying, "Don't you want to ride?" I was like, "Come on, Booba, let's go down to the speakeasy." So
hey. But you know what? That joint at Coach K, that's practically what that's supposed to be. It used to be. It was a speakeasy in the back, and somebody put me on that joint some years back, and it was because I was like, hold up, wow. I come to the little Ethiopian joint. He's like, nah, let's go in the back. In the back, there's had a whole different vibe back there, and so now you see how it's like one big bar back there. Those were two different rooms. It was one room where the bar was, and there was an extra little room. So it used to be live in there.
Where they eat. The long room was
Yeah,
where they eat.
yeah.
Well,
The main room has always been the main room. When you went in the back, it was like a little bar they had back there. But then there was an extra room. There was an extra room back there with another little bar. But
what I know about now, I got a show on November 24th, Booba. Are you
oh,
coming to
okay.
show me love?
To where?
It's on a Friday. Are you coming to show me love?
Okay, where is this at?
It's at Farouz.
Oh, okay. I mean, I do the same occupation, baby. So once I get off, I'll come see you too.
It's
I'm
on a
trying to get
Friday. You
famous like
off.
you.
That's after Thanksgiving. That's the Friday after Thanksgiving.
I'm
It's next
off.
Friday. Aren't y'all?
You just ignore that I'm a comedian too. It's just like, hey, I know your ass ain't booked, nigga. So I do.
Oh no! I mean from your daytime job. I'm talking about from your day job.
Oh yeah, it's a daytime thing.
No, it's from 7 to 9.
That's what I'm
Well, but
saying.
I
We work the same time.
when I look up, and I don't know if it's like this for you, but when I look up and I see you and your love and support, it makes me shine even harder and brighter. Y'all will make me shine. My comedy family is what make me
You want me
shine.
Oh, I appreciate that. And I'd say this: if I get off early enough, I'm gonna run over there. And I ain't talking about work. I'm talking about get off of my show. I'll run
show
over.
is Friday night too.
Yeah, every Friday I do Moonlight, which is a comedy club DC. I do that every Friday.
But I thought this was before your thing.
What time yours start? Mine start at 7:30.
Oh, dang.
7:30, yeah, 7:30 to about. I think it runs about 9:30.
On the Friday, you need to get your entourage over there with you. You need to have your entourage with you, like Marky Mark.
Great person to compare me to.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. No, you said Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg is
Marky
Marky
Mark
Mark.
is no. He separates the two when they talk about him. That Eminem's talked about it. He got pissed off.
Oh.
Yeah, he got pissed off.
He got so pissed off for separating Mark Wahlberg from Marky Mark.
Yeah, because
Eminem is
he wanted to be
Marshall
taken
Mathers.
serious.
We're gonna need to count.
Eminem is somebody different.
Yeah, he wanted to be taken serious as an actor at the time. So, and Eminem just came out and made the comment. We were standing over here in the bunch. It was on MTV.
I think we're talking about two different people,
And,
y'all.
no, and Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, but that's not Marky Mark.
I know they was in the same vicinity. They was on TV together.
Bubba, what you drinking?
I got
for
the game
lunch?
plan. I got the game plan. Huh? What am I drinking for
What
lunch?
you got over there drinking? What you over there eating and drinking on?
I'm not eating and drinking. I'm over here putting the see. I'm doing zoo lights.
Oh, okay.
All y'all with babies and stuff, with your grandbabies, come to zoo lights. Starting after Thanksgiving. It's gonna run till New Year, after New Year's.
All the way up to New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's a long
There's
time.
been this contract been with us for four weeks. So it's 10,000 strands of lights, 300,000 some bulbs.
Are y'all helping with lighting the Christmas tree too?
We don't do the hey Mark, we don't do the White House Christmas tree, do we? We do?
No, not the big tree.
Not the big tree.
No.
But we do something on the White House.
And Vice President.
All right, we got the White House and the Vice President, but we don't do the big tree.
Okay, because I know they got the big tree coming in this week too.
Yeah, that's not us. That's not us.
So when I see the big tree, I can yell, "Bubba!"
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do till
we make it
yeah.
rich.
There you go.
Come on,
So
look.
when I
You
say I'm
could be
getting
Sugar, and I could
300,
be Della
100,000,
Reese.
I can be what?
You could be Sugar from Harlem Nights, and I could be
Oh,
Della
okay.
Reese,
Sure.
and Keanu
Della
could be Quick, and Lee could
Della
be
Reese.
Prince Sanford. Lee gonna be Benny. You know Benny. Lee is Benny. I'm Della Reese. You
Yeah.
Sugar. Keanu is Quick.
So
and
hold up.
Louisa is Sunshine. Oh, we got it. We can play it out. We can redo. We can reenact some shit.
But Suge was Richard Pryor.
Yes.
I don't quite fit the Richard Pryor. I thought it was more quick. You know what I'm saying?
You more quick. So I'm gonna make Keanu Richard Pryor. You gonna be quick. Oh, you
Exactly.
just want to shoot me. That's what it is.
Give Eddie Murphy.
I'm gonna whoop your ass, Booba. Big Della Reese gonna whoop Booba. Oh, that's my pinky toe. It is quick. It is.
Hey man, how to shoot bitch. Hey man, how to shoot bitch in the feet with pinky toe, man. You know, she said she was gonna kill me.
Vera was tearing her ass.
I had to do what I had to do.
Vera,
Exactly.
that's her name, Vera.
Big Vera, yeah. Look here, Vera. I'm sorry, Vera, but I had to shoot you in your toe. You said you was gonna kill me. Come on now, Vera. You know we all family. Sometimes you gotta shoot family in the toe.
Oh, come on, sucker. That's what I like.
You sure you want to do this?
Vera.
Yeah. You sure you want to do this?
We gotta do a skit for that. That will be fun. Yeah.
You know what, Reese? That's a good idea. I'm with that. We should shoot that scene. I give me some black pants, suspenders. Let me get my Quick thing on. This time, Quick one had dreads, or maybe I can like a flip wig. Yeah, he can play Suge. Exactly, because he's more calm like Suge.
And we're gonna give Lee some glasses so she could be Benny. I could play.
That was Red Fox, wasn't it?
Yes. That's Lee.
You big dummy.
I don't need no damn glasses. I can see.
I don't need no glasses. I can see. I'm the one eye I got.
Wrong shots. Cause she got the one eye, so she calling all the wrong.
This kind of like in real life, ain't it?
We can do this. You heard it here first on the Morning Mac Show. The reenactment of
Harlem Nights. That scene. Where we at now?
Harlem Nights.
Yeah, we're bringing up. We're gonna put these with the other multis.
Okay.
We're getting ready to sign off.
Okay.
Get the people something.
Yeah. Me. Making sure I got about to sing. Oh. Yeah. Go support comedy this weekend. Support your local comics. You know, we out here doing our thing. Trying to,
And we need some paid shows, y'all. Y'all see us all the time, all around town. You know, Booba Cow was funny. You know, I'm funny. You know, Lee funny. We need to get together and get some gigs up under our belt because, like I said, I gotta get a Nile done.
But yes, we need more. We need more.
Yes, we need more help. Won't you give? The doors of the comedy
give to a comedian. Exactly.
Exactly. Comedian. We're gonna play In the Arms of an Angel. Come on, get your
and we have our own ribbon. We have our own ribbon and color. So we'll decide what the color is soon, but we got it. Maybe a magenta or something. I don't know. So close to red. Or, I don't know. A rouge or something, close there. But we're gonna have our own color and we're doing our own ribbons. And so shout out to all all those in the eyes of a comic,
For $39.99, you can help sponsor a comedian in your town.
Yep.
Pick one out that you want to sponsor and help them get to the next level.
That money will go to paying for his Uber paying for, his drink. One minimum, sometimes he got to pay for it in some places, especially if he's new.
And that's terrible. You
So,
got to perform and purchase something.
right. So the
Do the talent.
mistreatment,
The mistreatment. We get
exactly,
abused all the
of a
time.
comic. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the
The
mistreatment of a comic.
miseducation. The
And I was just,
miseducation
I
of
was just, that's
comedians.
where I was going with that. That's exactly where I was going with that shit. The miseducation, but the mistreatment of a comic. You know what I'm saying?
You
The
know,
new album,
because we hear the Al and Al Althea. See?
Althea. I'm Al, she's
We
Thea,
can
but
call her
welcome to
Al
the show.
before too. Or Titi
Hmm.
or Al. They call me that. That's my name.
Nobody calls me. Well, my slave name. Nobody called me Bert though. They're gonna say Albert, they're gonna say Albert, but I've never heard them call me
No,
Bert.
nobody
You know
say
what I mean?
Albert.
No, that's
From the
there's
color
one or two
purple.
girls not one or two girls used to say that though. Back in the day when I was in junior high, because anybody called me that name, I know we went to junior high together or
It's color
elementary.
purple. That was Mr.
Oh
name.
no,
The color
but
purple.
I know. Trust me, I know so much about that because my wife's name is Sophia.
So that's funny. I'm gonna play
I
this
know
on
people.
you can play Albert.
People always say,
Play
"Is that funny?" I
Harpo.
say, "You just keep tossing Lee to the."
These are some good roles I'm tossing out there. When we do the red
Lee don't got enough weight to play Harpo.
She do. When Joy DeMille, she can say, "See, Paul." See, Paul. She can tell you, "See, Paul." See right here. That's what I mean. You hit me right here, Paul. And you can be like, look like a fist print to me. No, sir. Ain't no fist touching my face. We could redo that. We could redo epic black movies, y'all. And you heard it here. Look, we got the equipment, we got the space. Come on, y'all, let's do it.
And then put them on YouTube.
We
put them on YouTube.
We got the players.
Yeah, put them on YouTube. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got you.
But we got to go.
All right, Reese, you about to get me fired, man. I gotta go.
No, I'm telling you, we got to go. I've been saying that for the last 10 minutes. Jump
Bye.
out. Bye, baby.
Peace. Bye.
Peace. Molly, send us home.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.